It started off as the best date David Walsh had ever had. On New Year's Eve 2019, Walsh and Ivan Sloka went out together after meeting on a dating app. Fast forward to March, just as the pandemic was starting, Walsh was moving into a friend's house in Calgary. Then, an ambulance pulled up and people in hazmat suits jumped out. One of his new neighbors had COVID-19 symptoms.
I was like, I can't go back in there. I'm either, if I do, I'm going to be quarantined or I'm going to get sick. And so Ivan was like, well, I guess we live together now. You can come live with me.
They moved in together, and a few months later, Sloka had a job opportunity in Estevan. The couple decided to make the move together. Walsh says if it wasn't for the pandemic, the relationship would have progressed much slower.
It might not have been as successful. I'm not sure, just because my own insecurities or my own habits of, backing down when I should have definitely gone more in, that could have occurred and it could have affected things.
Bailey and Jordan Braun say their relationship moved quickly too. They met on the dating app Bumble in July 2020, but Jordan lived in Moose Jaw and Bailey lived in Saskatoon. Because of the pandemic, Bailey's school went entirely online. That allowed her to move to Moose Jaw.
We were dealing with my father's ALS diagnosis and some other losses in the family. Like, because he was my person, he was in my bubble, he was just getting to know that information so much sooner.
The Brauns married in August 2022. So, if the pandemic had never happened, would Bailey be married to Jordan today?
I don't think we'd be married by now. The pandemic definitely helped us to get that quality time in that otherwise we probably wouldn't have. We'd be married in maybe a couple of years.
Walsh says the pandemic helped forge a deep bond that might not have existed otherwise.
There may be an element of closeness because of shared trauma. Pandemic has been really traumatic, and that I know that can bring people closer together.
Both couples are now proud of how their relationships grew out of a pandemic. Laura Sharpaletti, CBC News, Regina.